So it's been a year, literally a year since I've done a Q&A, and I kind of miss doing them. So on this video, we're going to be doing a Dragon Ball Super related Q&A for all of you. I went to Twitter and I asked, all right, doing a quick bonus video Q&A, ask me anything you want, and the first few questions will make it to a video. So that's what we're doing here on this video. We're talking about Dragon Ball Super, just having a general discussion, and feel free, of course, to comment in the comment section. That's what it's for, your questions or your response to some of these questions. And if everything goes good, I might make another one of these. So I probably will. I'm probably going to do more of these Q&As just because they're fun to do. I mean, they are fun just to talk to you guys about Dragon Ball without having to be about one topic. You know, there's a lot to talk about that isn't enough to make into a whole video. So we're going to do this instead. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with some of these questions here. Again, this is a Twitter one, might do a Facebook one, might do a, in fact, this is supposed to be a Facebook one, but Twitter responded faster. Might do a Facebook one, might do a YouTube one, you know, like with the comment section. I'll figure it out. Dino Rhyme Style with the first one. Why can't Toriyama animate episode 5 better? That's a troll question right there. Coco writes, not a question, but I am believing a higher god shows up and executes Jiren. Hey, it's better than the craziest theory I've heard that Dispo wins and reveals himself to be Beerus and Champa's triplet brother. That is awesome. I do want Dispo to be related to Beerus and Champa, but that is a crazy theory. Pure Rage 136 writes, do you think the god hierarchy will be expanded once more so Zeno has an equal or superior since it's been added to many times before? Well, Zeno does have an equal, and that equal is Zeno. Or do you think we'll get a new branch like the Makaio Shin? Would you be for those kinds of expansions, or is what we have good enough? I would be for those kind of expansions, but I feel like they need to explain the current gods first and their origins. There's so much that we don't know about the Grand Priest and the Angels and the Gods of Destruction that I think the series needs to explain first before we get into new stuff. So there you go. Mr. Ninja Star. Check out his channel. It's Mr. Ninja Star. He asks, favorite animation supervisor on Dragon Ball Super. Yuya Takahashi is my favorite. Well, he's more of a lead animator. You know, Naoki Tate is probably my favorite, but who knows. Shane Greenwood, Revolution, another YouTuber. Check out his channel. Will there be anyone above Zeno in the future of Dragon Ball Super? I think so. I have a weird feeling that at the end of this Tournament of Power, we are going to see the arrival of a higher god. I think so. Like either right at the end or afterwards, sort of like mimicking what happened in the previous tournament. And that could end up being, I mean, I don't know. That could end up being the Rama or Zeno's dad. I don't know, but I think that there's a lot of stuff about Zeno that we don't know, right? Are you my dad? Yes. Are your videos actually the best on YouTube? If you think so, your magic is real and I believe in you. Kyrie Fresh says, do you think Goku will fight Beerus with Ultra Instinct after the tournament? I think that he will challenge Beerus. Will Beerus accept the fight? I don't know. Arvind Penathor says, do you think that they'll ever use Gogeta for the series? A lot of fans want to see Gogeta. They really do. I think having Goku and Vegeta fuse using the Metamor and Finger Fusion is kind of a cool idea, but it's total fan service. Like it's like they're doing it just to please the Gogeta fans. If the story calls for it, I would say why not? But it's going to come off like fan service one way or another. Remember, we recently found out that Toriyama didn't even want Vegeto to be in it. And that was a decision that was made by Toei and by Toyotaro to, well, you know, pander to the fans. It was fan service. So if they're going to bring back Vegeto, I don't see Gogeta being that different. Michael at Linked Hero, how exactly is Toriyama involved in the production of Super? I know he writes the story, but what else, if anything? Well, that's a great question, and I think there's a lot of misconceptions about what Toriyama actually is involved in when it comes to Dragon Ball Super. Toriyama, from what we know, we don't know every detail, but we know that Toriyama writes pretty much what is considered a manuscript, which is a very brief set of bullet points. And then from there, Toyotaro and, you know, he does the manga, and then the anime staff takes over from there. Toriyama also does character designs and transformation designs. So, like, you know, the character of Jiren, the character of Ultra Instinct Goku, Golden Frieza. Toriyama sends them kind of the initial drawing of what they look like, and then Tadayoshi Yamamuro takes that drawing and creates an anime version, with different angles and whatnot, so that the animators know kind of how to draw them for the anime. So that's pretty much how it works from Toriyama. I'm pretty sure they do consult with him on several things, but he is not the showrunner. He is not the lead writer. He is the lead writer, but he doesn't write everything. He writes very little, and then the staff kind of fills in. Antonio Ortiz says, if you were to write the story for the upcoming 2018 Dragon Ball film, what would it be about? That's a question for another video, because I'd have to really give it some thought. They're going with an idea, something about the origin of the Saiyans. If it were me, I would just tell the story of Yamoshi, but is that going to sell tickets? Like, is Yamoshi going to really sell tickets, and will Goku even be in this movie? There's so many mysteries about this movie that we don't know. I think the problem is that you have to think about it from a marketing perspective. You have to put Goku in the movie. At least you would think so. I'm not saying he has to be the main character, but Goku's the face of the franchise. So doing a backstory would have to somehow involve Goku. Maybe Yamoshi comes back from the dead. Some people have been wanting that. I'd be fine with it, but I have to really think about that. Huncho Jack, hijack it. I like that. Should Frieza get Ultra Instinct? It depends on what the plan is for him going forward. They definitely have some kind of plan for Frieza, because he hasn't been eliminated yet, and I don't think he will be for a while. He definitely seems to be interested in it. So there you go. Kinto-un, Son Goku X20. So far, what has been one of your favorite moments or aspects of a Tournament of Power arc? Well, without question, the Ultra Instinct fight with Jiren and the music, that was cool stuff. Aspects, it's been a bit of a letdown in some cases, but I do like that Frieza is getting to do stuff. I do like that they've done a little bit of development on, some of the Universe 6 characters, not as much as I would have liked. And I do like that we're seeing unique and different fighters, but I feel like the way they approach this is a little bit different than what I was expecting and what I wanted. But it's also one of those things where I still feel like this arc might end up leading to something else. AJ Johnson says, do you think Ultra Instinct transformation for Goku will be his last transformation in the Super Series? I don't think it will be, but I think it should be. I think this should be the max for Goku. I don't want Goku to get more forms. I know that people like transformations. I'm okay with them for different characters, but Goku, I think, has had enough. What's going to be stronger than Ultra Instinct? Like, Super Ultra Instinct? All right, whatever. Cyber Lapis says, do you know any funny bullshit theories? And second, if you don't mind, what do you think about Krillin from Dragon Ball Multiverse? I have not read Dragon Ball Multiverse. I've only seen a little bit of it, so I could not tell you the answer to that. As far as BS theories, I see them every day, bro. We all do. They're all over the place, especially on Facebook and Instagram. The worst one was probably that hit being a Shadow Clone one. That was just fans being in denial. I guess there's that one. But there was one that somebody... there's so many of them. There was one somebody told me once that I thought was complete and utter trash. The guy said that even though Vegeto has more power than Gogeta, that Gogeta knows more techniques. Like, that's, completely made up, because we've only seen Gogeta in movie 12 and in GT, and he does almost nothing. So that's just, you just made that up. It's made up. Antonio Ortiz again, was a mistake to adapt BOG and ROF into arcs, or did the alterations, while minimal, make them worthwhile in your eyes? Well, I like some of the stuff that they added. I'm not going to lie to you about that, but I did think that it was a mistake. I think that Dragon Ball Super started off really badly and didn't really pick up until episode 28. So, yeah, I do think that it was a mistake to adapt them. They should have just started with Champa. But that doesn't mean there aren't things that I liked. But there are also things I did not like about those two arcs. The movies, I think, were fine the way they were. But who knows? Too good for me, Nat. If I messed up your name, sorry. Will we ever see Beerus fight in Super? If you're talking about seeing him fight past the first arc, I certainly hope so, because one thing I was excited about with Super is that when it first got announced, is that maybe we would see Beerus and Whis fight more, and we really haven't outside of just training. And I want to see the Angels get serious. I want to see the God of Destruction get serious. I want to see there being a threat that threatens them. That's what I want, and I know y'all feel me on that one. 95% of Dragon Ball fans I've talked to want to see that. Legit. That's one that we all can agree on. Timos, God Potara. I noticed during the Tournament of Power that during fights, everything gets explained. Do you think this is an issue? Sometimes. See, it's not always explained. Sometimes it's explained. And it just depends on how they do it. But again, they have to explain things because otherwise it leaves people confused. If anything, people I think get more mad when things are not explained. You know what I'm saying? Edgardo, do you think we'll ever see Bardock again in a special cameo or spinoff? Well, he's in the video games a lot now. Xenoverse 2 really focused on him, Heroes. So if you want to see Bardock, the games is the place to go. As far as within the confines of Super, there's a very good chance we're going to see something of Bardock in that upcoming 2018 Dragon Ball movie because it's based on the Saiyans, right? So, I mean, he has to be in it, even if it's just a cameo. So, yes, I think if I was a betting man, yes. Harry Koti, do you think the creator of the Super Dragon Balls will ever be mentioned again? Zarama? Yes, I do think so. I think it's a plot point they're holding off on. Let's see. DMU, what do you think Frieza's going to do? I don't know. I think he's going to try and do something shady and probably try to outlast everybody and then make a wish to, like, get supreme power. Outside of that, I can't think of anything else that he might do. Prince Sinatra, hey, Geekdom, my question is, if you were to make an arc after Tournament of Power, what would it be? Again, that's one I have to think about. Like, I really have to think about. But I have a video that's already... Check my channel. I have a video called After the Tournament of Power, and it's called The Next Arc in Dragon Ball Super. I gave 5 ideas right there. So that's the video you want to check out. It's called The Next Arc in Dragon Ball Super. Real to Real was on it. T-Fame, who will be the final 4 in Tournament of Power and why? Goku, Gohan, Topo, and Jiren. Again, did a video called Gohan Wins Tournament of Power on the channel that covers that theory, which, again, I actually think the theory still could happen, but I think in a few weeks we're going to know for sure. HH Princess Gure, is it possible Jiren will win and end up the hero and wish back all the universes? Yes. Yes, that is not only very possible, but more possible than a lot of the fans think, and honestly, I think I would like that. I think I would actually like that a lot. How do you feel about this offensive Ultra Instinct theory? Check out my video called Ultra Instinct Vegeto, where I go into that one. And by the way, the reason I'm telling people to check out my videos is somebody's going to complain about this, I'm sure, is because I've already answered these questions in full-length videos. There's no reason for me to answer it here because there's other questions that need to be answered, you know what I mean? So I figured just check those videos out. That way you get my full kind of answer because those kind of questions take up more time, you know what I mean? Because there's more to it. It's not just an easy answer. You have to think about it. So that's why I'm saying, I have videos covering this stuff. A. Drew, if you could ask Toriyama one question, what would it be? I don't know, bro. You know what? Maybe I'll ask him later when I figure out what that's going to be. Who do you think will win the tournament, Goku or Frieza? I think there's a bigger chance of it being Frieza for something unique, but it probably is going to be Goku. For King Sadly, what do you think we'll see Ultra Instinct Vegeta soon? Did a video about it. Ultra Instinct Vegeta. It's over 1 million views. That's the video you want to talk about. Do you think Vegeta will get his own transformation? Separate from Ultra Instinct? I don't think so. But who knows? Favorite episode of Tournament of Power so far? Definitely 107. I mean, that's... Come on, bro. Everything was clean in that one. What do you think about Jiren? Do you think he'll get character development? I certainly hope so. I think right now we are... I think right now we're in a place where we need to know more. And I'm not saying to give us the entire life story, but give us something about who he is at least. And what his motivations are. I think that would be interesting. AJ, how long do you see Dragon Ball going for? As long as it makes money. It's been going for a while now, hasn't it? 100,000 people liked. Would you rather get $2 billion and never watch anything Dragon Ball related again, or visit Toriyama and stay with him for a year? Absolutely visit Toriyama and stay with him for a year. I don't really need money, like as far as like $2 billion. Like that's a lot of money. I wouldn't mind having it, don't get me wrong, but visiting Toriyama for a year is like a memory. Like, to me, it's not always about money in the world, you know what I mean? In life, money can help you do things, obviously, but life experiences, to me, are more important, and I could be a billionaire, and that's great, but staying with Toriyama for a year sounds like a funny and fun trip, right? That's what I think anyways. Wonder why Z? Do you think, or Wise? Do you think Super should lead a path to the GT timeline storyline, or the GT timeline should be treated as separate entity? I think separate entity. But I did do a video again with Real to Real where we talked about how to fit GT into Super. You have to get creative with it, but there is a possibility. So, but I still think if it were up to me, I would keep GT separate. You know, even though people want to see like Super Saiyan 4 and shit, I would still keep it separate. Dylan B, do you think there will be a Makaio arc where they exchange what was originally stated and make them stronger than we expect? That'd be awesome. The Dragon Ball video games are doing that now, so you want to look into that. I'm gonna close out with a couple more questions. All right. Your favorite Gohan moment of the whole DB series? Definitely when he killed the Cell Juniors. I mean, I hate to say it, but I got videos on this. I know I have like 1,000 videos. I don't blame everybody for not seeing all my videos. There's so many of them. Did a video called 10 Greatest Gohan Moments where I cover all of them. So check that out. I've done a lot. You know, I don't even blame people for like not knowing this. I've done a lot of freaking videos, dude. Like a lot. It kind of hit me today how many. But there's a lot there. So definitely, you know, scour the channel. You might find some stuff that you'll like. Will there be a brick set for Dragon Ball Super? If you're talking about like a box set of like the first like 4 or 5 sets, probably later on. It won't be like the orange bricks though. That's not happening. Never again. Will Daishinkan turn out to have evil intentions? I don't know. I can't predict the future, bro. If you got the chance to name a new series of Dragon Ball after Super, what would you name it? Ultra? I don't know. I gotta think about that. Dragon Ball Beyond. What's it like being you? Tiring, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. Mike, when does the next episode of Chapter Chat come out? Passive aggressive Mike over here, bro. Are you a little tired of the Turn of Power? Yes, I do want this thing to wrap up. I want them to move on to the next thing. I hope it's good. So, how did Goku Black make SSJ Rose? I'm guessing he just discovered it and just polluted it, you know? I might actually make a video on that, theorizing it, maybe, or explaining it, maybe. I gotta think about it. If there's enough material for a video, I'll do it. But I presume he just did it. Anyways, we're going to close out, folks. I'm going to answer this last question right here. I said I had to answer whichever one's popped up first. So, which transformation is more useless, Super Saiyan 3 or Blue? Both remain a big deal, yet neither has been used to beat anyone of true importance, unlike SSJ and SSJ 2. Well, I mean, think about it. Like, even Red hasn't beaten anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, Red, think about this, all right? It's not even this. If you're measuring transformations on whether or not they beat people, Red didn't beat nobody. Berserk or Rage didn't beat anybody. Like, the only transformations that actually defeated a final villain, when you think about it, is Super Saiyan 1 and 2, and that's it. You know, and 4 in GT. So, I don't know about useless. I think Blue was definitely used more. I mean, Blue beat Frieza. So, when you say it hasn't beat any, Blue beat Frieza, so that's not entirely true. So I guess it would be 3, I guess. Anyways, thank you guys. Quick impromptu Q&A. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll do more of these as they come. So I'll probably do more. This was fun. I had a good time doing this. It's been a year since I've done it. So thank you. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to y'all later.